long-awaited sex abuse trial of British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell begins in New York.
Prosecutors told the court that Ghislaine Maxwell targeted and groomed underage girls for Jeffrey Epstein to abuse.
This is a day many thought would never come. Ghislaine Maxwell on trial in New York for allegedly helping Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse young girls. The trial began on Monday and is expected to last 6 weeks. No cameras allowed, so we're relying on these court sketches. The 59-year-old denies all charges, and her defense argues she's being unfairly tried for Epstein's crimes. A jury of 12, though, will decide her fate after hearing from 4 alleged victims and many of Epstein's former staff. His pilot of 25 years has already testified about flying Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and actor Kevin Spacey on Epstein's private jet. We'll hear from Lisa Bloom, a lawyer for some of Epstein's alleged victims, in a moment. She's been watching from inside the courtroom. But first, this quick look at how the media's been covering the story so far.
He had a whole network of people who were helping him, and certainly Ghislaine was key to that network. She perfected this scheme where she would initially recruit a girl, and then those girls would recruit more girls.
It's a trial with all the trappings of a salacious drama: sex, power, money, and fame.
Ghislaine Maxwell has been sitting in a Brooklyn federal jail cell for 17 months awaiting the start of her trial.
She's accused of recruiting underage women for Epstein to allegedly sexually abuse from 1994 to 2004.
Prosecutors say Maxwell would encourage the girls to give Epstein sexualized massages, arranging them at Epstein's homes in Palm Beach, New Mexico, and New York.
We also expect the prosecution to argue that Maxwell even took part in some of the sexual abuse.
She was one of the co-conspirators. She was right there with him. I mean, in my opinion, you know, she might have been just equally as bad as he was.
Epstein's death makes this case the only opportunity really to hold him and Ghislaine Maxwell accountable and to give these survivors some measure of justice.
Maxwell insists she's innocent.
Her defense has argued that she's being made a scapegoat because he died.
The authorities lost Epstein on their watch in federal custody, and they're taking it out on my sister.
That is going to be a central theme of the defense. Blame the person who's no longer here. Blame the empty chair, not our client.
Maxwell will face 6 of the 8 criminal counts she's been charged with. The trial will focus on just 4 alleged victims.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Her defense lawyers are expected to call a, quote, false memories expert to testify on how memories can become distorted over time.
The trial is expected to span 6 weeks, but will likely leave a lot of unanswered questions around her and Epstein's relationships with big names, such as Britain's Prince Andrew and Presidents Bill Clinton and Donald Trump.
This is an example of one of the most horrific and long enduring patterns of sex trafficking and child exploitation. What's particularly disturbing is how open they operated.
Okay, so let's look at what's been happening in court this week.